it's subconsciously imprinted in me. Welcome back to my Tuesday rambles of life and everything in between and all we face. Today we talk about rejection. We have all faced it one way or another. Either we are the rejected, the rejectee, and the cause of the rejection. Yeah. So I can say, like, there are many types of rejection. We have the major one, which is rejection from somebody you're interested in. This is not here, it's my door. Yeah, there him. Rejected by someone you want or have interest romantically. And then we have career rejection. We have friendship rejection. And we also have our own bodies rejecting ourselves. Like, I can give you an example. I remember when cancer was, I didn't know much about cancer when I was young. So the simpler layman's term that was explained to me by my mother, because we had an incident that my grandmother had a growth that needed to be removed. So to be explained why we should not uh, we should take care uh, of grandmother after she comes from hospital was, okay, she has a growth, and then you ask what is the growth, and then you're told it's one of your cells in your body not doing the way it's supposed to, or reacting, what was the word, reacting abnormally, and maybe swelling up and doing all kinds of weird stuff. So in other words, now self interpretation, that's body rejection. Just like me having the flu that I had, it was like my body had taken in enough cold, and it was like, now we have to remove it from your system. So it comes out now with swollen throat, blocked sinuses, and voice gone. um then we have friendship rejection. We as humans, we like we click, whenever you go to somewhere new, or whenever, let's say, like schooling. I remember when I was in kindergarten, i started I was started not I started I was taken to kindergarten way early than I was supposed to start. I started kindergarten when I was 2 years old, so that at least I can. Okay, I didn't speak a lot, so my parents wanted at least I interact with kids along my peers, so that at least I can come out of the silent shell, which I've never done up to that. I'm an introvert and yet have extrovert qualities. I don't know now how I can be described in that category. So yeah, um, so when you're taken to kindergarten, that's why most kids cry for the first day in school, because they think their parents are rejecting them, or they don't want them anymore. And then you see, like, you peruse, you actually do a view around to see who is more inviting, either a smile or a kid who just you're interested in, maybe with whatever they're doing. If they're playing with toys or clay or whatever they're doing, you're drawn to that energy. Welcome, and in case you want to chip in, you can talk about it. Welcome, Barnes family, and thank you for the compliment. Okay, so in that first day of school, we have seen kids being rejected by their peers, and they meet up with kids, and you see kids like, or just like ignore the newcomer, continue interacting. It's the same thing in each and every institution, be it kindergarten, be it high school, be it primary school, be it college, because it's new environment and you have to feel like you belong. And that's why people are drawn to cliques. I remember the novels we used to read for teenage years about the popular group, the sporty group, the nerd. Okay, sorry, not nerds. The smart group, the ones who are like into um, game boards and into science and projects and growing that way. So yeah, you might try all groups and then get rejected. Hi and welcome. You can comment in case it's something that you relate with or anything that you need to say, and I'll read the comments at the end. So yeah, so friendship rejection has happened countless times. Have I been? Yes, I have. But I remember in kindergarten, I was drawn to, I still even remember their names. And we had a friendship for the longest time. It's only adulting that has taken us in different parts of our country in Kenya. So, but still, when we meet up, we still, it's like an old friendship group reunite, hey, that word is reuniting. But one friendship for sure that has stuck with me is my best friend. We started from kindergarten, and it's because we related in so many ways, like our home ways, our backgrounds, and our moms were already friends for a long time. So it's easier, and we're still friends up to now, and she's a mom. And yeah, I'm an aunt by association. No, I'm actually an aunt. Yes. So yeah, so for her, she was. I think what also drawn me to her was she was not hyper. She was calm, quiet, and also fun to be around. We had lots of laughs. And we did sleepovers our parents permitted, not the kind of sleepovers that nowadays we hear kids being terrible. Yeah. So for that, I remember in my class, I remember all my classmates' names from that since I was 2 years, and I still remember up to their names, but not the full names, like partially. Then on going to primary school, I had to repeat a class because according to their rules in the school that I was not old enough to be in that class. So I was to go to class 2, but since I started school at 2 years, I had to go back to now the age I was supposed to be. So I was taken back to class 1, which was okay. And in class, and I still have the report cards up to date. We'll have the comments from teachers saying I'm a smart girl, but I'm always on the move. Anytime the class teacher would walk out of the class for just a minute, and I'll be just walking around. I think I was just like looking for a clique, like friends to talk to. I was not that, maybe where I was assigned to sit, I was not comfortable with that space. So I'll go look for a friend, somebody I could relate with. Then, yeah, from primary school, from class 1 to class 8, that's when you see the changes from young, from not a kid anymore, not a toddler, just a young child, then preteens with all the hormone rages, and then the teenage, early sets of teenage. And you'll have all combination, you'll change friendships from different aspects, how you interact with them. There's a time when from one class to the next, when you go to the next class, this person was not your favorite, and now they're all of a sudden a favorite to you. So rejection has happened in our lives in social aspects. We also have family rejections. That's a tough one because uh, we don't choose our families, we find ourselves there. So when you find yourself in a family and yet maybe your personalities are clashing, or maybe there is animosity between the family members, and yet you as a child, you're swooped into such dilemmas, you just become a victim of rejection. I guess. Yeah. So there is that. And then you go to high school with all the different emotions, your teenage life now, yeah, before you become an adult, and then you're trying to reason and choosing your the type of career also back in your mind and whatever you want to do in the future. You still have that turmoil of back and forth and back and forth, and then you'll have even your subjects that you're studying rejecting you because you tried to study it enough, it doesn't enter your brain. I remember my class teacher, who was the physics teacher for the whole school in secondary, he would warn people and tell them, don't be like Mombi, and Mombi is me, looking at the book and the book looking back at her, putting nothing in her head. Well, he understood perfectly that I am not a crammer. I don't study actually when I do exams. Whatever the teacher taught in class, I grasp it. That's all. If you tell me to sit down and study, you've just lost me. And the teacher knew that. So he actually knew all the class members' characters and personalities. And he will not like interact you with you that much to know you like that, but he'll just be that observant to see that, okay, her, she doesn't do that studying much. So yeah, even education can reject you, and it should not be forced. You know, parents, how they say, oh, I used to be number one. Yeah, right. Or I used to be the achiever in school, you should follow my suit. And yet when you ask for their report cards, they're nowhere to be seen. But my parents actually, my father had a plaque of his academic, he went up to Form 6, of his academic achievement. And he studied in Egypt when his father was working in Egypt, and he was number 2 overall. So every time he'll tell me, no, you should be better than me, see my plaque. And I'm like, why weren't you number 1? You keep on telling me to be number 1. And that system is different from our country's system, so different life. Anyway, education can also reject you. Then you come to college, and that's when you learn you need to pick up your game, study for yourself. The lecturers are not bothered to follow up with you. So yeah, for sure now, like you're studying, that's when you find people using cheating papers and cheating exams. I remember when we were in a exam hall, one of our classmates was caught having the cheating paper as we were doing exams, and he decided to swallow it. And later on, when we were outside after the exam, at least the teacher forgave him because it was so hilarious. They were fighting over that paper, and it disrupted the whole exam hall. She just told them, okay, I'll stand here and see you finish the exam without the cheating paper. When we got out of that exam room, he made us laugh because we asked him, were you able to swallow the paper? And he told us that he tried to chew that paper and saliva was nowhere to be seen. So he was choking. Anyway, education can reject you. And that's when you and during college, that's like the internship that you are supposed to do, the industrial internship. That's the first place I knew you can be rejected in the workforce. We did try by all means to look for internship. Like you're told, like this semester you're not to come back, you have to do the internship, do the report, and then you have to go and look for that internship. It was not organized by the school. No, it's I really commend the schools that have partnerships with places or workplaces that give internship for their students. Here I was in a public college university, technical university, actually that's the name. And it it hosts or the students that are there are many, so the departments are stretched out as it is. So they tell you, no, it's a work experience. You need to go for and look for your own internship, so that you can also know the struggles of how people look for work. And once you get the internship, it's mostly, and you do good in the internship, high possibility when you finish college, you can be a first priority to be employed, which was a good thing. So it was a good experience. And that's when you go and know you can be rejected, no matter how much you try and persuade the offices that you're going to ask. It's a 50-50 chance. And not unless you have family connections who have such offices. Other than that, it's actually stretching you to the maximum. Um, so yeah, that was an experience to know about rejection in the office work. And then after college, now looking for work. I did look for work. I was unemployed for one whole year. And then it reached a point that we had an agreement with my mom. If I don't get an employment in the industry that I studied, I'll need to rethink the workforce industry and do something different from whatever I studied. But I had faith in whatever, because that was the song I sang from Form 1, that I want to be an architect, and I insisted on it. So yeah, when you believe in yourself, it can really help you out. So later on, when I went back to college to uh, get my final diploma certificate degree, uh, because I was the class representative, the secretary to our department, we had a good rapport. So she'll ask me, how many of your classmates have not gotten employment? And because we have a group, we used to talk. So I'll tell her, and then she say, anyone looking for employment, you can write their numbers here, and then we'll, for the people we know, we can contact. And if you can be available, you can go to the offices and do an interview. And that's how I got my first job. And yeah, I didn't go to different industry. Anyway, that's workforce rejection. It happens. Now comes to the serious rejection that many have a hard time accepting: the relationship rejection, or the interest rejection from for somebody you want to pursue. And it's become worse and worse, that it's becoming more violent, just because somebody said no, or not interested. I'm not interested at you. And gets me wondering, at this point, like, why is it so much you can accept workforce rejection? Because we have known people who have been rejected at work, and they try again until they even decide to have a startup business, to be their own boss, so that they cannot be rejected and be successful with it and continue on. But how come in relationship you cannot use the same aspect? Like, if I ask, for example, somebody asked me and I said no, instead of going to the next person or try somebody your luck somewhere else, yeah, you say yeah, you need to accept me. There's no other there's no other answer to that question. And it's like you're entitled. Do like the workforce. No one is entitled until you decide to change that perception, change it to, like, I'll try it in another place, I'll try it in another workforce, I'll try it with another person until somebody accepts me. But don't have one rejection and then you spiral out, thinking like, yeah, you need uh how can I put it? It's just frustrating to that point. If you're rejected, Accept it. Move on. If maybe you're seeing that they're playing too hard, okay, there's a difference between playing hard to get and a clear no. And some people say yeah, some people say no, and yet change their mind. It's acceptable. If they change their mind, it's okay. If they don't, still okay. Keep it moving. Yeah. So different aspects of rejection. Mm-hmm. Tackled that, and yeah, still fighting the flu. My body, it's getting better. Actually, it's getting stronger. So the rejection of the cold is happening. At least my feet are warm. Hey, there is a day that they were frozen. My body was rejecting the feet. Yeah. So yeah, today was nice. Thank you for joining. In case of anything or any rejection that we haven't tackled, you can comment down below and I can tackle it next time. I need to come out of the violence topic and bring in sunshine. But reality is life has all types of aspects, the bad, the good, the bad, and the evil. But I don't want to be a villain. It's actually just giving you reality on your face. Um, hello, my beautiful lady. Hey, you're very beautiful. Thank you. Oh, that's a lot of compliments, but I appreciate it. Thank you. Bands family, hi. Hey. Tricks Gaming, hey. Welcome. Until next time. I think, oh, Bands family. Are those cats in the box? Yeah, I love cats. Oh, yeah. Got me intrigued. Thank you for watching. Comment, subscribe, listen to my music, and listen to my rambles every Tuesday night. It depends on the day, the time. The time depends on how I get home from work, what time I get home from work and finish the house chores. And then I sit down. But latest 11. But usually 10:30, 10 is my time. Yes. Till next time. Bye. 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 Did I cancel it?